Hey everyone, we are live at the Pace Studios in New York right now with Morgan Heritage. Morgan Heritage, welcome back, guys. Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Respect.
All right. Congratulations to you two, to you all on the album Loyalty. It's out in the world right now, and we're about to hear a lot of songs from it. We're going to hear 5 from it today.
Yes,
we appreciate you bringing the music here very much. Can you tell us what's coming up first?
Well, first we're going to do the title track from the album, Loyalty. Let's do it. And this one will dedicate to all those loyal to the music, you know? Loyalty. Oh yeah, loyalty goes a long way. Aye.
Look all around me, I'm a virgin of fire.
No, me can't believe me can't trust in my tongue. Carry me to high, said the brethren don't know.
None but loyalty.
Not you one next was the promise in diamond and gold. Him sell out him brethren and can corrupt him soul. Beware of who you call your friends, cause some don't know loyalty. A long time we have tried and run together. Never thought I would get deceived by me brother. I was blind, never behold my sign. Look how me trust me brethren all with my life, yeah. What kind of something this? What kind of living this? Me can't believe how some me left myself careless. My mama always tell me to beware of the friends to keep, yeah.
Look all around me, I'm a virgin of fire.
No, me can't believe me can't trust for my time. Jah reveal to high. Nothing but loyalty. No true one next was the promise in diamond and gold. Him sell out him brethren and can corrupt his soul. Beware of who you call your friends, cause some don't know
Loyalty. Japino all this time. I thought everything was fine, only to find out so much was hidden inside. I go to war anytime for my friend, defend our friendship till the very end, yeah. Always thought we could overcome anything.
Look all around me,
I'm a virgin of fire.
No, me can't believe
Me can't trust in my time, yeah.
Jah reveal to high, said the brethren.
None but
loyalty. Not you one next one the promise in diamond and gold. Him sell out him brethren and can corrupt him soul. Beware of who you call your friends, cause some don't know
loyalty.
This life lesson come teach I. Beware of who you take to trust in life, yeah.
Because the deceivers don't reveal them plan. Before you know it, you're standing on sinking sand, yeah.
And when you think it's peace and safety, so in destruction.
So when you walk in life, always keep an open eye.
Beware of the friends who intend to betray loyalty.
Beware, yeah.
No, you never lose no way. Never know.
No. I'm a virgin of fire.
No, me can't believe
Me can't trust in my time, yeah.
Jah reveal to high. Nothing but loyalty. Not you one next one the promise in diamond and gold. Sell out him brethren and can corrupt him soul. Beware of who you call your friends, cause some don't know loyalty.
Them don't know everything's gonna be alright. We holding on firm. Alright.
Loyalty.
Yes, I.
Give thanks.
That sounds great, man. Thank you very much for coming and doing this on
Yes, sir.
Friday afternoon. There's no way that I would rather be sent into the weekend than listening to you guys play
Thank
in,
you,
this,
bro.
in this tape room
Thank
right
you.
now. So thank you. We appreciate it. Always good to see you. And
sir.
can we talk a bit about the way that Loyalty was recorded? I know you were across the globe. One brother in Miami, one brother in Kenya. I mean, you guys were all over the place. Can
Yes,
you
sir.
talk a little bit about what each was doing and how that collaboration process worked in order to get this album recorded?
We had a lot of fun doing it. Like a lot of recording, we were together, whether on the road or doing it at home. But the final stages of the album, when we were mixing for about 2 months, we were totally in 3 different places at the same time. Mojo, like, whereas in Kenya at the time, Gramps was doing a lot of traveling, doing his CBD product that he's working with. And that called for him to be in a lot of different places. There's a point where he was in Korea, South Korea. There's a point when he was in California, Israel, Canada, the U.S., and he was always tuning in. So technology helped us out a lot on this album. We'd use a lot of video calling and WhatsApp and so forth and so on. But what made this album very fun is the challenges that we faced, and that's what we love about the career that we have. We always find a way to challenge ourselves where we're not complacent and just be like in the autopilot mode. You know what I mean? We always want to be challenged to bring out the greatness in us. So that work process, we've never done an album like that. We've always been there together. At least two of us at all times was there, but that was never the case on this one, and it really came out wonderful.
Cool. Well, dude, that's one of the fun things. One of the most fun things about having this job and having this studio is to watch artists put together these arrangements a lot of the time really quickly and do some problem solving because it's been 3 years since you were in this room last and just figure out the strengths and the limitations of the room and play to those things. So it's a pleasure watching you guys can be completely engaged in that process and see the entire thing come together. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Can you tell us what you're going to do second off of Loyalty?
The next song is a song called All For You. This one is sung by Gramps. And it's a song that it's a love song, you know what I mean? And we really enjoy this one because it has a certain kind of essence in it that it's been a long time since we've done a song like this. A song that's relative to this is probably a song called Love You Right from several albums ago. But this one is beautiful. This one's called All For You.
That's my belly aching every day. You got me searching all my life. I keep mourning every day. You got me searching. No baby, me and a carbon copy. Me tell you say me better than a sugar daddy. Me know say you love it when me should be. And so me know you know I could you be. So all I wanna do is give you my love, give you all the love you're searching for. Now what you gonna do with this love? It's all for you. How your love is deserving, all your love is so perfect. All my life I've been searching. I'm just a man. Grams him not perfect. No baby, me and a carbon copy. Me tell you say me better than a sugar daddy. Me know say you love it when me should be. And so me know you know I go to be. So all I wanna do is give you my love. Give you all the love you're searching for. Now what you gonna do with this love? It's all for you. So all I wanna do is give you my love. Give you all the love you're searching for. Now what you gonna do with this love? It's all for you. All I wanna do is give you my love, give you all the love you're searching for. Now what you gonna do with this love? It's all for you. Yes, baby, you that you know.
All right. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Gramps, I wanted to talk a little. I purposely didn't Google it or talk with you about it offline because I want to find out about it at the same time that the internet is finding out about it. That's tuned into this right now.
True.
Can you talk a little bit more about the work that you were doing with the Messiah CBD products. And I mean, what it seems like CBD, it didn't come from nowhere. It's been around for a long time, but it seemed like it really, really got much more visible and much more popular pretty quickly and pretty recently. What is it specifically? Like what health benefits does it have, and what has your work with that product been like?
Well, Messiah it's called Messiah 3000, which is our first product, our first tincture, which is one of the best CBDs on the planet. Can't say a lot about it right now because the specialist, which is my wife, is she's brilliant, man. But the story started off I can't tell you the whole story now. We'd have to be a whole nother session. But my son was born Macario.
Hey.
Yeah, so Macario was born missing not missing, he was born having multiple seizures and eventually ended up having a stroke, and uncontrollably the strokes wouldn't stop. Eventually he ended up getting 38% of his brain cut out. And once that happened, the mom just kind of jumped in from a scientist and just jumped into a mother mode to save our son. He was on all kind of medications from phenobarbital, Venpat, and he was on like 6 or 7 different medications. And eventually she came to me and said to me, "Gramps, I think I made something." And me suddenly jumped into business mode and started to say, okay, then we need to check this out and get a lawyer and get patents. And then we realized that this space was about to open up, different from cannabis being a recreational thing just to go in a dispensary and smoke, that it's now becoming a medicine. That within our culture, the Rastafarian culture, we always have known that it's good for colds, it's good for certain ailments, good for asthma. And Peter Tosh said it, years ago, legalize it and I will advertise it. But there was no science behind it at that time. Now there's science and proof that people are now, you got the Charlotte Webb story and all kind of different stories where people are saying, man, I had cancer and, I had this, or I have chronic pain. And some of our patients that we treat at Messiah Medical, for more information, y'all go to messiahmedical.com. That's MASAYA medical.com. And the results that we've seen from people with vertigo, chronic pain, cancer, just all kind of different ailments that we've seen, this plant that has been banned and demonized for so many years, from the 30s to the 40s, that it was like known as, say no to drugs kind of thing, and even in the 80s. And now that we see that the world is opening up to it, now that you have cannabis foods and hemp drinks and all these different products, the work that I've seen going on around the world, it makes me smile as a Rastafarian, because this is something that we knew was a very powerful plant. So nothing before the time, and just stay tuned and look for a lot more from Messiah Medical. We're going to be doing a lot of great things.
Cool. Well, thank you for your work with that, man. It's I'm sorry that that it started from a rough, rocky place, and that had to have been a difficult thing, probably an ongoing difficult thing to go through for your family. But thank you for taking that experience and turning it into something that heals other people.
Well, Forbes said to us, from tragedy to triumph. The family's never been in Forbes magazine, and we end up being in there 4 times because of the work of the mom, and I'm just excited to see what it can do in the future. And it's only the beginning. We're only scratching the surface.
Nice. Well, thank you very much. And there's a lot more music happening. We're going to do a third, a fourth, and a fifth. Can you tell us what's coming up third today?
Third song is Beach and Country. This one is, especially when the weather starts getting cold around these parts.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good song for you to play morning, noon, and night.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, man, Beach and Country. Someone somewhere doing the same thing on some island looking over the seas. Is the sail waking up on the countryside? So much tranquility and peace. Sweet little birds singing songs in the country, seagulls singing songs on the beach. Now tell me, where can you find peace? Take you
little
to
fun.
the beach or the country, beach or the countryside.
When I think of sunshine, I'm always ready to go, yeah. Go to the beach side, I trot down the country road. When the stars all come out at night, their beauty it lights up your soul. I'm putting you in the mood for love like never before. This vibe,
This is the vibe on the beach side.
beach side.
Tell you this vibe,
This
this is the
vibe,
vibe on the countryside.
Countryside.
Yeah, so when you wanna get away
When you
from
wanna get away
the
from
city and the matrix, and you wanna have a little
when you
fun,
wanna have a
take you
little
to the
fun.
beach or the countryside.
Beach of the
As I walk across
countryside,
the sand into the water,
I feel all my energy flow, yeah.
becoming one with Mother Nature.
This is how life's meant to go.
In the morning we fall in love with the morning mist, the sun breaking through the morning clouds, while the birds are singing songs so sweet.
So sweet.
Seagulls singing songs on the beach. Now tell me, where can you find this vibe all the time? Only, yeah. I tell you this vibe, this lovely vibe,
This
this is the
vibe,
vibe
yeah.
on the beach side.
Beach
Tell
side,
you this vibe, this lovely vibe,
this
this is the vibe on the countryside.
countryside.
If you wanna get away
When you
from
wanna get away from
city and the matrix, and you wanna have a little
when you
fun,
wanna have
take you to the beach and the country, beach and the countryside. Yeah.
Yeah, man, go to the beach, you know. Summer's almost over, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get out of here as soon as this wraps. I'm gonna go get on a train, go up into the Hudson Valley, and walk on a
There you
ridge,
go.
walk on a mountain. I'm gonna look at the river.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
jump in the river and see what
Countryside.
happens.
Yes,
Yeah, the
sir.
city can get to be a bit much, man.
Oh,
You're
yes.
in the city too much. It's
Oh, yes.
things start to go haywire. You
True,
got to go
true.
out and look at a tree and breathe some real air.
There you go.
Can we talk a bit about what you've been up to in terms of the philanthropic work that this band does? I know that you've been in Kenya for some period of time doing focusing on the band's philanthropy. Can you explain what that has been?
So the Morgan Heritage Foundation, we launched it earlier this year to focus on the youths. As family-oriented people, we know that without the youths, there is no future. So that's what our organization will be dedicated towards, you know, uplifting the mind, the consciousness, and trying to help create a sustainable, successful generation. So in that effort, we launched a festival called Tomorrow's Leaders Festival in Nairobi, and it went well. There were some challenges naturally being far away from home, but we overcame them, and we touched on some things that made people realize that it's great to focus on poverty and hunger and certain other issues, but if we were to shape the minds of tomorrow's leaders, we could have a future that, you know, is beyond our expectations.
True.
You know what I mean? Give everybody $1 million today, in 6 months, half the people will be broke. But if you educate them and give them the nourishment, the medical needs, the agricultural programs, the vocational programs, then you're talking about sustained success in life, and productive members of society will come from that, you know, development.
Yeah, man.
Nice. Well, what can people do to get involved with your philanthropic efforts? I mean, is there a donate link? How can people donate their time? How can they get involved with what you're up to?
Well, ourtomorrowsleaders.org is the home for the festival, and we're just getting started, you know, as philanthropists, excuse me. So there'll be more information to come. You know, we'll definitely keep our fans up to date on our social media at Morgan Heritage across all platforms, and our website, morganheritagemusic.com, as we develop as philanthropists and contribute, and give back, pay it forward, because we've received so much from our fans, the loyal royals, and the people out there in the world, that at this point in our career, it's time for us to make sure we use our voices for a cause greater than ourselves.
Nice. Well, thank you for that, and we're always happy to use this platform here to amplify those voices. I'll drop a link in the comment section right now to that organization, and thank you again for everything you guys are doing.
Thank you,
brother.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we'll keep moving. We got 2 more songs coming up right now. Can
Yes,
you tell us
sir.
what's coming up next?
Next one is Home. It's a song written by Mr. Mojo's son, Esh Morgan and Mojo.
Ish.
After experiencing time in Nairobi with his dad and the rest of the family, and he really saw what his father sacrifices to build the brand and to build a future for them as his children. His son was moved, heavily moved, and wrote this song, and Mojo sings it, and he and his son actually performs the song on the album. So we'll get into that when this one's called Home.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one is Home, as Peter said. This is his take on our lives, as we travel and back home with the family and his mom and stepmom and brothers and sisters, and seeing the journey. So for all those hardworking parents that, are selfless and do everything for their families back home, this one's for each and every one of you. Tried to call you on FaceTime, but the Wi-Fi was really bad. Now I can't see your face. That made me really sad. Could we send longer texts, a few more words? Let me know what's going on in your world. Now I'm half a world away. I wish you could see these pretty city lights. Wish you were here so I could hold you tight. Then you would know how much I love you so. But for now, I'm far away from home. But for now, we're far away from home. Big up Justice, Ashy, Poopsie, and Jemby, KB, Mr. Big and Big Bambi. Can't forget my Bob and my Pinksy. Oh, God bless my LD. I said I love you so, and that much I know. Your love will guide us. Oh, yeah. Every tear I cry for you. Yeah. In my heart there's no more room. Your love consumes me. I wish you could see these pretty city lights. Wish they were here so I could hold them tight. Then they would know how much I love them so. But for now, I'm far away from home. Said I wish you could see these pretty city lights. Wish they were here so I could hold them tight. Yeah, then you would know how much I love you so. But for now, I'm far away from home. But for now, I'm far away from home. But for now, I'm far away from home. But for now, I'm far away from home.
That's all right.
All right, thanks again. There's one more song. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the production of the album. So we talked about it a little bit earlier, that you guys, for at least some portion of it, were all across the globe and collaborated remotely for some of it. But this is a intensely collaborative album. You worked
Yes.
with a number of different producers on it. Can you talk about some of the collaborations outside of the family?
Well, we got a lot of featured artists, mainly from Africa. Pato Rankin, Stonebwoy, Diamond Platinums, Jose Chameleon, Kojo Antwi, and Samini, and a beautiful young woman here from the U.S.
Midian.
She's a wonderful songwriter. Producers from Jerry Wonder from the Refugee All Stars, Wycliffe's camp from back in the day. We have Johnny Wonder, who's been a long-time family friend and promotion expert from years when we were in New York with VP Records and stuff. Producers like Dre, who is here with us. He's a keyboard player from Morgan Heritage.
Hey.
And he's a producer on the album with us. With Shane Brown from Jamaica, Jukebox Productions. We got Jay Vibe from Florida with Aston... Family Man son, Aston Barrett Jr. Family Man from the Wailers, bass player, his son. And from Kenya, we've got featured Musioka as a producer. He's done a lot of work with Sauti Sol, which is a native artist from Kenya. Featured spokesperson Jeff Koinange from Kenya. So the features are very international, and working with different producers. We also got Iration from America, and Pepper from America.
Yeah.
We can't forget about our boys. So the album is very universal, and because that's the state of reggae music today. Reggae music is very universal, it's very global, so we don't want to keep it in the box. We want to represent the universal state of reggae music today, and that's what this album Loyalty is all about.
Nice. Well, thanks for sharing it with us, and hopefully everyone who's checking it out right now. We've got a good crowd online. The internet is here and having a good time, so thank you for doing that.
Thank you for everyone watching.
Hopefully everybody
Yeah.
gets to check out Loyalty. It's out right now everywhere,
Go get the album,
everywhere music is
Loyalty.
found. And we got one more song from it. Can you tell us what's coming up last today?
Yeah, man, this song is called The World Is Yours. This is produced by Dre and Morgan Heritage together. And this is a special one to us because it's a very inspiring song for the youths, and anyone really. It's a song that's saying, get up out your own way and find a way. A lot of times we as humans, we like to blame others for our failures and the struggles that we go through. But if you find yourself struggling, just try and move from that situation and find a different way. So this one is called The World Is Yours. There's always an opportunity for us somewhere. Yeah. For all the people, loyal royals. To everyone I said Jambo, yeah.
I said Jambo.
I said Jambo.
I said Jambo, yeah.
There is so much going on.
Yeah.
Hear me, in this country, racial tensions at an all-time high. Scientists are gunning for the skies.
Yeah.
Some of us ain't got nowhere to go. So believe it or not, we stand up for the little bit that we own. When it ain't got no value, and it ain't got no future. What are we the people supposed to do when living feels like torture? Get up out your own way, find yourself a better way. World is yours. World is yours. Get up out your own way, find yourself a better way. World is yours. Hey yo, Mojo, talk to them now.
We can't blame them for trying,
Yeah.
when they see us inciting, the constant fighting, violence never ending, inner city youths falling. It's time for us to shake up and wake up, take up our blessings like our name was Jacob. No more contemplating, just say this is my thing, your consciousness will be rising. So help your brother and your sister, we are the children of the Father. No finger pointing, a new day dawning. Can you see it?
Get up out your own way, find yourself a better way. World is yours.
World is yours.
World is yours.
World is
Get up
yours.
out your own
Get up
way,
out your own
find yourself a
way.
better way. World is yours. Yeah. I'm so talk to them. Get up and go.
So do something with yourself. Do something with yourself.
Get up and go.
Your life is yours to live. Your life is yours to live.
Get up and go.
Never say it's over. Once there's life, there's more land to rover.
Get up and go.
Strive to be a winner, nothing but a winner, yeah.
Get up and go.
Now if you fall, be sure to rise again.
Get up and go.
Never let nothing keep you down. Never let nothing keep you down.
Get up and go.
Never say it's over. Once there's life, there's more land to rover.
Get up and go.
Strive to be a winner, nothing but a winner, yeah.
Get up out your own
Get up,
way.
get up, get up.
Find yourself a better
Find a
way.
better way.
World is yours.
World is yours.
World is yours.
World is
Get
yours.
up out your own way.
out your own
Find
way.
yourself a better way. Yes, sir.
Yes, Joe. Big up yourself, you know.
Yes, I give thanks and praise.
Are you man? Another place.
Guys, thank you so much for coming through. It's always good to see you. Come back. Next time you're in New York, come back. We'll
Thank
be here
you.
doing this. We'd love to see you again.
Absolutely.
And you've got a couple of dates that I know about. You're going to be in Turks and Caicos on November 9th.
Yes, sir.
And then you've got the Jamrock Cruise happening with the Marleys on December 9th through the 14th. That
Yes,
sounds
sir.
like a ton of fun. So travel safely. Enjoy all that. And best of luck on Loyalty. It's out
Yes,
in the
sir.
world right now. Thank you for those 5 songs from it.
Thank
and
you.
thanks for leading us into the weekend, man. This couldn't have been more perfect. So we
Bless up.
appreciate it very
Thank
much.
you, man.
All right.